what, I see that, but I also see this. Well, yeah, you know what, I have evidence of that. Right? You say that's a weakness, well, it's a weakness. Right?
It helps you get out of like your own thoughts. That sometimes you get stuck in the filters that someone else is presenting the ideas you never even thought of.
Absolutely, right? So for those who can hear, it helps you get out of your own head. You know, opens your mind to something you may not have thought of. Don't you want more of that? You can control that. You can get more of that. You can do it. I know it. You can do it. So what else? What else with vulnerability, right? Brene Brown said it in the beginning that courage is actually born out of vulnerability. It's not born out of strength. Courage arrives when you open yourself up. That's when courage shows up. So I actually, I have a story that maybe some of you know it, but in May at Mile High Agile, so back in maybe in January, they were looking for a host to do open space. So to talk about what open space is, to design it, to kind of run it for Mile High Agile, which hosts just over 900 participants. And so I was like, yeah, I can do that, right? Got to get on stage in front of 900 plus people and talk about open space. And I look back, and Nicole Francavilla, I don't know, she's a product owner with Nelnet. She sat up front. It was actually quite wonderful to have her sit up front, except she just kept snapping pictures of me. Not a single good one. None of them were good. And every picture, my face is doing some crazy contortion, and my hands are all over the place. And she even had a video, and I was like, oh God, I gotta watch this. But that, for me, it was me being vulnerable. I actually opened up. I reached out to people I'd never talked to, long-standing people in the industry, within Agile, an Agile community. I reached out for help. I opened myself up to that opportunity to make it the best that it could be. And then out of that, it did come courage, because holy moly, I was nervous. Getting up on a stage in front of 900 people. But then I look at the pictures that Nicole took for me, or of me. And I'm like, man, you know what? My face is crazy, but that's a chick who looks like she's having fun. I want more of that, right? So what came about that for me is looking for opportunities now. How do I get more involved in the community? How do I help others? How do I help myself? How do I continue to grow myself through this? But it did take me to be vulnerable and go, I think I had many conversations with Chris. Well, should I do it? I don't want to do it. Should I do it? Someone else can do it, right? Because that's what we do. So, courage is born out of vulnerability. Courage, fun fact, is also a strong value. There. So, the latest Brene Brown book I read was Braving the Wilderness. And it actually it hit me. I've been able to apply a lot of this stuff into my personal relationship, actually, with my husband. Where being authentic in all situations. Again, people recognize when you're inauthentic. Absolutely. Right? I heard some, Being open to standing alone, it's hard. Right? Because that is hard, standing alone. But how do you want to show up in your wilderness when things are wild? How are you going to show up? Only you can determine how you show up when you're in the wild. It's a great book. I highly recommend it. Braving the Wilderness. In our culture, whether it's Nelnet or just in life, it's generally easier just to fit in, right? It goes to the no conversation Teresa and Brett just had. Sometimes it's just easier to say yes, just to fit in and move on, right? But then that's when you lose that authenticity. That's when you lose who you are. So Chris mentioned this yesterday, your values. If you're truly showing up for who you are and who you want to be, what is it that you believe in? What are your core values that you hold on to? I want you to just take a minute and actually think about that. What is it that you value in life that is important to you? That maybe when that value is getting stepped on, as some frustration starts to show up, right? But you don't actually know that that's what's happening. You need to dig deep and go, you know what? I have this value that's being stepped on. So what am I going to do about it? Because it's affecting how I show up. So just take a moment and just jot down what your values are. What is it you value in life? So as you think about your values, right, remember that your values are really your experiences, your beliefs. So a lot of it is foundational to who you are. But they may change as your experiences change. Different parts of your life. I'm not going to ask you to share these. I'll come. But just think about that. And you know, this may, you just jotted some down, but truly take some time to introspect and look at what it is that you truly value in life. What are your guiding principles for who you are and how you show up in situations? So just to close, and I'll read this because it's fun to read. 5 lessons from Dr. Seuss. So, number 1, today you are you, that is truer than true. There is no one alive who is youer than you. I got tingles. Number 2, why fit in when you were born to stand out? Right? We're all individuals. Number 3, you have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. This is your life. It's your path. You take a hold of that wheel. Number 4, be who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. And then number 5, today I shall behave as if this is the day I will be remembered. Are we doing that daily? That this is how, we will be remembered? Why not? But it's something to think about as you show up in every situation, right? Remember, so are you living your truth? Are you truly being true to yourself? That's my shoes. And I know it's hard, and I know it's uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable all the time, but it's something that I'm doing with intent to share my experience. I really am trying to show up my authentic self in all situations. And it's hard. So even in my personal life, it can get hard because sometimes you just want to go, whatever, just do that, it'll be okay. And then the last thing, just breathe. We're all still here and we're still alive. We've gone through some hard stuff. It didn't kill us. And we'll go through more hard stuff. So just remember to breathe. person